All right, let's check this out. So this is a game that a friend of mine and I played the other day, and it's humorous to say the least. So this is my friend here in blue, the true idiot, and I'm over kind of on the top of the map here in green, the idiot. We just went random, so I ended up as the Aztecs. Friend here in blue is playing as the Vietnamese. So as you can see there, he's Xing where red is right away. And so off my eagle goes. Let's go get the fog of war going. You know what? I think that's player 3. There we go. So I'm on my way out there. We'll see what I actually am able to find. I remember we do end up pathing right past each other. Just passing. Oh, missed the llamas. Missed the llamas, missed the boar. That's an unfortunate change of direction for me. Meanwhile, let's see what he's up to. So my ally's done kind of a loop forward. I don't think he's found anything yet. He's also just missing stuff a little bit. Let's go back to my perspective. Yep, nothing going on. Villager counts all even. Everyone's doing their thing. I should mention here our opponents. Might be able to see it on the screen, but we have Lady Thunder playing as the Huns, and the Destroyer of Manco playing as the Slavs. So I'm up against the Slavs, and this should be about to find this boar. Bear in mind, this is a low elo game, right? None of us are pros, so I don't recognize that I've found the boar for a while. You know, you want to let that kind of simmer, sink in. Let's switch to Red's perspective here. He has found this boar. The scout's here. Let's see how quickly he recognizes something is up. Yeah, looking for an opportunity already to cut off the eagle, I think. Maybe? No. Oh, okay, I don't think he's realized yet. Now he's realized. All right, so now the chase is on for this lame. Going full lame. So I did recognize at this point in the game, you know, try to keep the eagle running a direction away from the scout. Okay, the scout got in front of the boar. Redirected. Okay, so we're coming in kind of hot to the TC here. At this point, hard to stop the boar, but, you know, I get my villager, getting some hits in there. Okay, the eagle takes a hit. And we're going to go ahead and let's pause for a second. Obviously, unfortunate that he ended up diving with the scout here. That looks like that's going to be rough. We go ahead and take the fog of war off because we want to be able to see this whole thing and unpause. So looks like this is going to be an awesome moment for me. Let's watch this. Watch how this plays out. Pop the eagle in. Pop everybody out. And the eagle gets the last hit on the boar. I tasked from the TC to that boar. And eagle pops out with the villagers. Kills the boar. So it took me a second in-game to even realize what happened. Villager counts all pretty even except for the Hun player. And if we look at idle TC time, I have the worst idle time. Probably very focused with the eagle. Red here, a little bit behind, and then a little bit behind him is my friend here, the true idiot, who I think he said later he lost a villager to a boar in the midst of some shenanigans with his scout. I think he was working on getting some llamas back. So, I mean, it worked out okay for us, right? I mean, Red still down a boar. I still got to take my 2 boars. He's down his scout. So his scouting info, if we go to Red now, he knows where my TC is. But that's about all he has for info. And yellow going up on 18 pop. Wow. Okay, so yellow, I want to look at his town here. Bear with my hotkeys here. I think yellow's not bad. Barracks coming down. Barracks might be a tiny bit late, but hey, I mean, keep in mind none of us are pros here, so timings aren't likely to be perfect. And you know, I'm kind of focusing over here. Ooh, there's a scout war. Gonna get a villager involved. Okay, so he was hoping to have that scout fight going on while the feudal age ClickUp came in. So he was going for that timing. Makes sense. Not bad with the barracks there. He's getting the stable down now. In the midst of all my nonsense, I'm pretty slow to click up here. Getting loom, I believe I click up after that. Maybe. I just accumulate a little more idle TC time. You can already tell in terms of idle TC time. My friend and I we're no pro players, but we like to have fun. Here comes the militia on the wood line of yellow. Unfortunately, the scout is not there to help out, so I think that villager will probably get away. So it's just so nice if you have a scout there to just block that villager a little bit, get another hit or two in. Okay, he's gonna commit to fight this. Probably should run away with the militia, just get the idle time of the villagers, but no big deal. He's at least gonna do a little damage. I don't think he's gonna get a villager. Yeah, no villagers. Does leave him with a bunch of weak ones. He's got to decide where to put those. Probably get those guys on farms here at some point, and then scouts coming in from yellow. Let's see what he can come up with. The Eco KD not looking bad. Man, red lost a villager here at some point, and I missed where that happened. I wonder if that would have gone down to a boar. So poor casting, obviously, but you're going to play quality. What can you expect? So we're all in feudal age, almost. Not everyone, I guess. So my friend here is still dark age. But dealing with a little bit of feudal age pressure. Getting some spearmen out. Not yet. Okay. Looks like I'm housed, which is always part of my strategy. Try to get housed as often as possible. Okay. Very delayed 5-minute arms as the Aztecs. At least it feels delayed because we're talking like 13 minutes. So I mean, archers will be coming out pretty shortly. Also, not the best scouting of this base because I went for that boar, so didn't realize. I don't think I knew that gold was there, which is, shame on me. Player 3. Okay, so I do manage to sneak in. I think I get a villager here. We get one of the villagers. Can go be disruptive to this wood line. Gives himself a path. He decides not to take any villagers out that way. I think I wasn't paying the best of attention. Maybe could have gotten a villager there if I'd been paying a little closer attention, but not how it turned out. It's always nice though to get someone off their wood lines. It can be pretty disruptive. And where's the scouts from yellow? I don't see where the scouts went from yellow. It looks like so far things are even-ish. I think I want to point out, for my own sake, and maybe for anyone watching, yeah, there's a few villager kills here and there, but if you look at the idle time, we all have enough. What's the time to train a villager? It's less than 20 seconds? 20 seconds to train a villager? It's less than 40 seconds, certainly. So, like, all of us have had enough idle time that if we had just focused on our ecos, we, as I end up losing my men-at-arms here, if we just focused on our ecos, we likely would have been far better off. My eagle does actually get away, kind of miraculous there. Ooh. So scouts coming in hot from our friend here in yellow. Oh, I'm gonna lose at least another villager. Yeah, there's another. At least having a spearman in the mix makes this fight a little better. I'm trying to see if I can. Wow, click one of these. He does have the attack upgrade. Nothing for armor. And no bloodlines, right? So, little poke there. I've got a spearman there. And he's going pretty heavy with the scout pressure here. 6 scouts running around. It's pretty annoying. Ooh, and he's got a scout in here, so that's the kind of thing that's really easy to miss. I'm not good about this. I do end up saving this villager. Really easy to miss that, hey, there's a scout in there. Red's got a fair shot here now to come forward with archers. Look at his villager count. Yellow's got by far the least amount of idle time, and so that's where he's, or she. The username is Lady Thunder. So that's where Yellow has really put herself in a strong spot. Is just keeping the TC working. You know, it's nothing. It's not the flashy stuff. Even losing a few scouts here, I think. Nope. Okay. Lost a scout, but gets a couple villagers. So I mean, I'm well behind. I think I've lost the most villagers out of anyone in this game. So lowest villager count. I also have the most idle time at this point. So great combination. And I will say, as we're watching how this is unfolding, a lot of why I recorded this is just for that failed lame on my part. It's humorous, and you gotta have a sense of humor with this game. We're just playing for fun. Forced into a tower, largely because I can't afford to get pushed off of gold. My intention here is to go for eagles. I know that he's not going to stick on archers for real long term. But if I go into eagles, I can then probably switch into to pikemen also. So eagle pike was sort of my thought. Let's see if there's any indication about red switching. Sticking with 2 ranges. I don't see a stable yet. Man. Yeah, not only do I have the most idle time, I also have the most idle eco. So idle TC time there, close to 7 minutes. Which is pretty brutal. I mean, that's a huge opportunity cost. A lot of villagers that could be out there, and okay, you know, I do control group my TC. It's just kind of a rhythm thing that I especially in Feudal Age and Castle Age, kind of get out of the rhythm of building villagers like I should. Lady Thunder forward with 8 scouts. See if there's upgrades on these. If I can click 1, click 3. Still just the attack. Oh, but Bloodlines is in. So Bloodlines is in. Almost a Castle Age. It's gonna get pretty scary. And this is he can definitely dive on this gold right here. The quick walls. 1 segment of quick walls. I'm laughing mostly because I feel the pain. That's brutal. That's brutal. I mean, yellow's going to be totally fine with that trade. Obviously, some of these scouts are already weak. But to disrupt the gold like that... there's an over chop. Not even time to react. This is pretty brutal stuff. With bloodlines here and with foraging, these villagers are not going to trade well. I mean, all of them are down. So that now flips things to where my friend here, 24 villagers hitting Castle Age. That's not where you want to be. I'm about to clean up these archers. I don't know if he was getting crossbow. Nah, he's not even clicking crossbow. He's going right into infantry. He sees the eagles, so that's a good play. And had I been forward scouting, this is probably something that I could have spotted. 3 barracks. It's clear. Okay, not only that going eagle pikes into this was not going to work out. So we're approaching the end of the game here. These knights, yeah, gonna run away for now. I remember my friend here pointing out, well, he's dancing with the knights, and I think that's just going from the split to group formation, just back and forth. So at least using some hotkeys there. Okay, my eagles are already being tracked by a few longswordsmen. Barracks is going to go down. And I can try to repair that all day long, but longswordsmen are right. Yeah, longswordsmen. They're pretty strong. Okay, the crossbow not going to work out well. There's 8 knights there plus a couple scouts. That's pretty brutal. GG Lamer from Lady Thunder. And yeah, question marks. We definitely went for the lames, and as I think the true idiot points out here later, you gotta play the civs you get, and I've got an eagle. He had Vietnamese, so we know where their TCs are. Why not give it a shot here? It's looking bleak. We're well behind in villagers. We're behind collectively by 27 villagers at this point. We're behind in terms of military. I just got Castle Age, but there's not really time for me to make a crossbow switch. The eagle's sent over to Yellow's Woodline. Not going to accomplish anything. He's got plenty of knights. Knights trade very well versus eagles. And the GGs. Lady Thunder expressing the displeasure with the lames. And you know what? It's fair. I know whenever I've been lamed in Age, it's always very satisfying to come back and win that. I mean, they won this convincingly, so I'm sure it was a satisfying win. And as far as laming, so just stealing resources like that, grabbing the boar. I think Blue ended up snagging some llamas from Yellow. There's a line there where everyone I think feels a little differently. I find some of that stuff is that's just part of the game. Admittedly, though, there's types of laming that I find more or less frustrating to play against. So I really, if someone comes forward and is walling in gold piles, is walling in stone piles, that for me is kind of that line of like, okay, this is really obnoxious. And maybe for them, any lame attempt feels obnoxious. It's like I said, probably everyone draws a line in a little different spot. At this level, trying to steal a boar is a pretty big risk. Coming forward and not scouting your base, that's a pretty big risk. So it's not like coming forward and stealing something is always puts you in a better spot. So to each their own. Not our intention to irritate anybody, and kudos to these two for coming back with a strong win there. We can look at some stats. Why not look at some stats? They won't look favorable for us. I think if we go to technology, I click the right technology here. That was a quick uptime, just under 9 minutes from Lady Thunder there. So I think 17 villagers, 18 pop. And if you look at map exploration, okay, all right, so between the two teams, we each had a player that got into the 40-ish%. That's not great. But in Red's defense here was down a scout pretty early. The villager count, I think, is largely what seals the deal. So 51 villagers, 43 villagers, and neither one of us, even in terms of totals, right? I like that Capture Age has this. So 47 villagers was the total throughout the game. I produced the fewest villagers at 38. It's tough if you're producing that much fewer villagers to really have the economy to combat. So I think there was some good decision making from Red going into the long swords like that. I think that was just kind of reading the situation well. Could see that I had 2 barracks down, and didn't even go for the crossbow upgrade. Just in Castle Age went right to long swords was a smart play. And then Yellow, I think, probably played the strongest this game with the scout pressure on both blue and myself here in green. So nicely done. I don't know if there's too much else we want to look at here. Look at that KD for Yellow, pretty solid. Red got plenty of pressure, and actually, yeah, there you go. It kind of shows up in just the barracks going down, taking out houses, and I didn't have a unit to combat that, so may not have gotten a tremendous amount of kills, but it was showing up still in pressure nonetheless, and manages to grab the highest army count. What else do we have here? I don't think anyone got a castle down. APM, I don't have Capture Age Pro, maybe one day. I also don't have much for APM, so I mean, at this level of playing, it's really not about APM. It's even knowing that the biggest thing I needed to do differently that game was just keep my TC working. I mean, that's like the most fundamental thing. And I've only been playing this game for about 20 years, so maybe someday I will figure out how to consistently build villagers or train villagers out of my town centers. Maybe another 20 years, might be about halfway there. So, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was a fun one to see. Like I said, I think that lame was just, the lame was pretty lame, but it was entertaining. So, until next time, I'm the Idiot, and we'll check out some other games later. Take care.